All right, Barnstormer here, and welcome to another Barncast. We have over on the left side, playing as the English, Hallos. He is the blue player. And over on the right side, spawning in as the Holy Roman Empire, is Parkmeister. I actually played Parkmeister the other day. It was my 10th game, I believe, that I've ever played online, and he beat me pretty handedly as the Holy Roman Empire. So we're going to take a kind of watch on him and see how he does what he does. He started out kind of with a standard prelate opening, blessing his food villagers. And if we go over and take a look at Hallos as the English, he's got his first set of villagers on food, and then building a house on his way to starting to mine gold. So pretty much a standard English opening. You have around 8 villagers on food and 2 on gold to start with. Let's go back and look at Parkmeister here. He's has 2 scouts as well, exploring the map. Hear the sheep bells going off. Looks like, oh yeah. He's getting a lot of sheep. This is Mongolian Heights, I believe, which just contains a lot of sheep by default. Kind of getting that second scout out there can bring back a lot. So if we go back and check on Hallos, he's just got the 1 scout exploring around. The English don't rely as much on sheep as some of the other civilizations because they have discounted farming, which really helps them bring in the food early on if enough sheep aren't found. So if we take a look at Parkmeister, currently has 9 on food, 2 villagers on gold. He's kind of got his prelate positioned in a spot where when his villager pops out and heads to gold, he gets a little blessing on the way out. So that really helps give a little bonus here. Except maybe this one. So I wonder if he was actually sending his villagers to food and then takes the food villager and sends them to gold. I don't know. I'm still learning the game. Hopefully I can learn something from these players today. Go back and turn the fog of war on and see how Parkmeister's doing. He's got his side pretty good explored, and he's kind of moving around on the backside of Hallos. Hasn't really discovered him yet. You can see there's just a lot of sheep on this map. And you kind of got a winding river here with several crossings. This one has 3. Yeah, you can see there's a glitch in the map that they both are kind of spawning in as... Oh, they're normal looking. So Hallos is starting to go up with the council hall, which is pretty much what everyone goes up with. He left his villagers on gold, which... there's different strats for the English, and we see that Parkmeister is going up with the Ark and Chapel, which is normally what HRE players go up with, but there's some that'll go up with the Minework Palace as well, depending if they're gonna maybe try to pull off an early rush, perhaps. But if you take a look at Hallos, we definitely. Got a 5-9-2 split. Some English players will totally pull their villagers off gold and just make sure they have enough resources once they hit the feudal age to start pumping out those longbows without any delays. And it looks like Hallos is throwing down a barracks as well. Parkmeister, the first feudal. Yeah, he just has a lot of sheep. That double scout opening, probably a pretty good Uh, pretty good choice on a map like this. So now he looks like he's starting to wall up the crossings. Hallos is dropping down a dock. Gonna start some fishing. Well, it's actually Hallos that's dropping down the wall there on the crossing here. Yep, he's got his longbows rallied. So far, he's popping out one. He seems he's kind of right on the edge of food. Whereas if you had, 6 or 7 villagers on food during that transition, you might be able to pop these out more consistent. But it looks like he's got them queued up. No men at arms or spears yet for Hallos. Parkmeister has not dropped down any military buildings yet either. Hallos starting to mass longbows. That's kind of how I started out in Age of Empires 4 in my online endeavors. The longbow rush, if you pull it off, can be pretty devastating if you're not prepared for it. Let's take a quick look at the villager count. So for Hallos, he is sitting at 26 villagers, 6 military. Got villagers queued out there for food. Parkmeister, on the other hand, is sitting at 23 villagers, so a little behind. At some point here, he'll also start pumping out fishing boats, but Parkmeister is already going up with Regnitz Cathedral, so he's pulling off a fast castle. He's starting to build that 742. That is pretty good, and the HRE likes those relics, and this is probably a good opportunity to take a look and see who's got the advantage here. So it looks like in this case, Parkmeister has 3 of those 5 relics over on his side. So he's starting to send out his prelates, so he should be able to, with the crossings walled off, he should be able to pick those 3 relics up, and that usually is very good news for the Holy Roman Empire player. Now it looks like oh, and again, those were Hallos' walls, but he probably should have moved those longbows out, but he did not know that he was that fast to castling. So he's got one, and we'll kind of take a look at the income per minute, and you'll start to see this number shoot up drastically. So the Regnitz Cathedral, and here come 2 and 3. Normally a relic generates 100 gold per minute, as we all know, but this time, with this particular landmark, it is 300 gold per minute. So he will be generating 900 gold per minute just with those 3 relics. And a lot of times that really can spell doom for the other player, because I think that's somewhere around 22 and a half villagers worth of gold mining that you don't have to deal with. Yeah, definitely Hallos has all 3 of the borders walled off. He's starting to transition to farms. At this point, he has pretty heavily into the wood and in the food, but only a couple villagers on gold, so he's a little ways away from hitting castle age, which probably is not ideal. But again, there really isn't any military from Parkmeister, so ideally, you know, a little longbow rush a little earlier might have slowed him down a little bit. And even right now, he's pretty ripe for a rush, but he looks like he's going to start cranking out knights. Here we got a little push coming. Looks like that prelate's going to go down. Dropping some villagers into the town center. It's going to kind of keep those at bay. And he's really got a nice, you know, protected layout right here. Because he has that Regnitz Cathedral generating all that gold, he doesn't have to have any villagers out here exposed. So there really is not a lot that Hallos can do right now. Could possibly sneak around this side, but we'll have some knights waiting for him, but he's got spears. And it's kind of really hard for him to know what's going on. And this is where you kind of want to, you know, use scouting, and that's is a downfall to a lot of games, and I'm speaking from experience. I've lost a game or two that I probably could have won without really proper scouting. Let's see what he has revealed, actually. So yeah, he really hasn't explored much of this side at all, so he doesn't really know that he has wood choppers back here or anything. So that really is definitely a disadvantage. Looks like he's going to start popping out a ram or two. Start building some towers. Parkmeister definitely has the advantage right now. So he just Hallos really doesn't have. He has some spearmen, not really enough to, I don't think, slow down these knights. Need about 2 spearmen per knight potentially. This ram is easily going to go down. See if we have any. I do not see any blacksmith upgrades yet. We'll check on Hallos' blacksmith status here momentarily, if there's an opportunity. Both these players are around 1,000 elo, which is where I am currently at, though I think I'm a little overinflated. This ram is definitely going to go down. It's really, these knights are going to start doing some damage here, and Hallos really needs to start sending over some spearmen. Looks like he has a couple over. See if he has any upgrades. Looks like he has. Looks like he's already researched the steel arrows, which is a good bonus for the English to have, especially when you're trying to take down villagers. And it looks like the men-at-arms are starting to pop out, and you can see right here the power of that Regnitz Cathedral. He's still not mining gold, and he's already up past 3,000 gold. Oh, we have a mango on the field. That's That's going to push those longbows back. Hallos is kind of going to, surround him with the towers, which can be an effective strategy. Might be a little late at this point in the game to start towering up when you're still in feudal and your opponent's cranking out Castle Age military. Here comes another mango. See if it gets shot off. There it goes! Oh no! Oh, we see some longbows go down. Here come the spears. And they decide to run away. Run away! So while Parkmeister is on the defensive, he definitely has advantage. Just because he's in Castle Age and cranking out those Castle Age troops. Does he drop down a... Does not drop down a blacksmith that I can see. Doesn't seem to be slowing him down at all. Hal's starting to get pushed back a little bit here, and you just might start to see overwhelming numbers here. These longbows and spears cannot handle. Knights and men-at-arms with the two-handed mace upgrade. Pretty powerful compared to longbows and spearmen. Hallos is not either. He is still not quite ready to age yet. Now the tides are turning. Parkmeister floating out of gold. You could potentially sell that for some food and move up to age 4, but he's definitely got the advantage right now and probably doesn't really need to do that. So he's going to drop a keep down, which will easily take care of those fishing boats. Hal's going up with the 3rd barracks. Still, barracks are not too helpful. He doesn't have a lot of knights. Got some more mangoes rolling out to the field. This castle gets up, you're going to start to see it shred these boats. And he has started to switch to a farming economy so he can survive those losses. So now we just kind of sit back here. Hallos still with early men-at-arms, which are really no match for the men-at-arms of the Holy Roman Empire. Yep, and there go the boats. Yeah, without really any cavalry, it's going to be very difficult to stop these Mingos. This could be the final push here. And while we weren't watching, Parkmeister has hit Imperial, and I guarantee it's with our favorite landmark, the villager printer. Pops villagers out about 4 or 5 seconds. And that's it. Hallos calls GG. Congratulations to Parkmeister on another victory. This is Barnstormer, and this has been a Barncast.